Hey, everybody. So, some sketchy details have emerged on the Trump tax plan. I was reading about it, and I'm going to try to decipher what it means for you. I'm not even sure myself, but I'm going to try. All right. So, first of all, they were saying that there is going to be a reduction in the corporate tax rate. We knew that was coming. That's a big Republican thing. They said that they're going to reduce it from 35% to 20%. Sorry, I've been out in the freezing cold and my mouth is not working. It's frozen. All right, so bear with me. It's cold. We had a huge snowstorm. 35 to 20%. And we know right now that corporations are effectively paying about a 12% rate. 330 338 billion out of the 2.8 trillion that the government collects in taxes. 338 billion that comes from corporate taxes. So that's 12%. So reducing it to 20%, that's like symbolic. My mouth is not working, man. All right, next. they said they said there's going to be a tax break for low earners, which is great. But that's not like they're going to be giving out checks or anything like that. And you got to be making enough money to have a tax liability to even take advantage of that. And there's a lot of people, kind of like the working poor, they don't pay taxes because they don't make enough money. So it's not going to help them. But it's good that they're focusing on the low earners and not the high earners. I think that's good. And the next thing, now here's where it gets kind of weird. All right, so they're offering a special tax incentive for these corporations to bring back their profits, right? Profits overseas. And I've been all through this. Like, if you set up shop overseas, it's for a reason. You see a business opportunity there to grow your business. There's demand there for your products, all right? And it's demand that's not being filled for whatever reason domestically, all right? So he's going to offer a special tax deal if you bring your profits back. That's the same thing as saying kind of scale back or close down your operation over there and set it up here. Okay, fine. But now listen to the next part of this thing. He is going to set up what's called a border adjustment tax, which means companies are going to get taxed on their domestic profits and on imports. In other words, there'll be like a kind of a punitive thing for importing, like making stuff overseas or sourcing it out overseas and bringing it in. But he's going to give a tax exemption for exports and foreign profits. Now think about it. You're incentivizing exports and foreign profits, great, but at the same time you're saying bring the foreign profits back and we'll just tax you at a lower rate. It doesn't make any sense. If you're incentivizing foreign profits and then you're saying repatriate it, nobody's going to repatriate it because you're getting a tax exemption on foreign profits. And he was saying they're going to use that money that's going to be repatriated to redo the infrastructure. But again, nobody's going to bring it back because you're getting an exemption if you grow your business externally, right? Exports or foreign profits. So that part absolutely doesn't make any sense. And I don't know really how much the rest of it, the lowering of the corporate tax rate, that's symbolic, really. The focusing on low earners, that's a good deal. But again, it's not like sending out checks to people. I really want to call BS on this whole thing. I'm trying not to get too negative. I think because I'm angry, because, man, all they got to do is spend All right? All they got to do is spend, rebuild the freaking infrastructure, cut, if you want to help working people, then cut the, the payroll tax. I mean, that worked. Even Obama did a tiny little payroll tax cut, and that worked. Cut the payroll tax like way down. That's all you got to do, basically, right there. I mean, it's all this other stuff. It's just smoke and mirrors. And by the way, the genius behind this is this Gary Cohn, who I think he was the CFO, the chief financial officer of Goldman. Let's see this genius's plan, how it works out. And we'll see how these masters of the universe really are. Remember when I told you the story about Hank Paulson, who was Treasury Secretary, that during the financial crash, in the midst of the financial crash, the master of the universe, the master of the masters of the universe, the chairman of Goldman Sachs went home with his wife. They held hands and they leaned against the bed and they prayed. They prayed. They didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. I could have fixed the whole thing in 5 minutes. Seriously. Anyway, that's the plan. At least that's the sketchy details of the plan. Let's see what happens. My mouth is coming back now. Bye.